Okay, so this is Tahoe City to Brockway Summit. Getting an early start, about 6:15 in the morning. Sun is up. Here's the trailhead, right across from this little parking lot, which I don't think I had to park at and leave my vehicle there or go find somewhere else. But here we go. Gonna hike all the way to Brockway Summit if it all can, and gonna definitely hit Lake Watson along the way. There, right off the trail. It's a ways down there, but not a bad view at all. Of course, none of this really is, right? It's all beautiful, but yeah, this Tahoe City to Brockway. Lots of shade here in the morning, and it is quite beautiful. Lots of places to camp, lots of places to, call it a night if you needed to and didn't want to hike there at Tahoe City, or camp at Tahoe City and stay the night. So yeah, very nice. You could definitely do a few more miles and camp out here. Okay, so right at a minute or two before the 2-hour mark, made it to the Cinder Cone. Here, it's part of a Tahoe Rim Trail challenge that they have. Just right here, about 5 miles or whatever, here at the Cinder Cone, and as always, gorgeous views. Nice place to sit down, take a break, grab a quick bite, and get back on the trail. It's just right off of there. Gorgeous. It's been a pretty darn good morning hike so far. It's been absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I saw 3 mountain bikers on the way out here, or from Cinder Cone to where this is, some forest road. Yeah. But you can, looks like, yeah, just take this dirt road up a little bit, and you'll see here in just a second the TRT blaze, and and you're all good. You're all good. Yep. So not really sure what's over there. You can Google that, Google map it, but there's the blaze. Back on trail. Okay, so this mountain biking, oh, it's been 8 miles, okay. You can see that, 8 miles. Mountain biking, a couple said they drove up. Couldn't figure it out. Oh, damn, there is a road. There is a road. Okay, so Watson Lake is just 5 more miles away. Brockway is 11 more miles, all right. Brockway's 11, so we're halfway there, roughly. Whew. It's about damn time. It's been forever on this ascent. 1 mile. 7 more to go. I'm not gonna make it by noon, that's for darn sure. So, hopefully, I can get some water. I heard that the water was pretty bad at Watson. Go a mile past that and there's better water, so we'll see, but nice, hot and dry and up at altitude. So 1 more mile. Okay, so you hit a road, just a 1/4 mile to Watson Lake in the TRT. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna probably take this, and I hope I can get close to the lake. There's a road. You know, this skirts the perimeter of the lake, so I will definitely find a spot and get some water ASAP. Spoke too soon, not even a couple, not even 100 feet. And here's the lake. Yep, the trail skirts the lake on the perimeter. Oh yeah. I am needing some water. And a break. So, nice, okay. Very nice. Very nice. I think I'm gonna go to the other side there, grab some water, and then I'm gonna have lunch and take a nice little break. Okay, so made it to Watson Lake right on schedule. I didn't think I was going to, but right when my every other hour alarm went off to eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my lunch. I'm gonna grab some water from this lake. I just got to get some water and something because I was gonna have a protein meal replacement shake. So I got to get some water, filter that out, and do that. But it's 13.5 miles. There's a lot of people out here, several dogs, even a mastiff. A mastiff is out here. It is pretty darn hot. But I don't know if you can see. Probably can't because of this phone with that window or with that camera. But the parking, there's a campground across the lake here. It's a small lake. It is absolutely full. And I was just talking to this guy, and he said he's been coming up here for years, and he said he's never seen it so full. And just think it's because of everyone's trying to get out of the house. They're just tired of it. So anyway, I'm gonna take about 45 minutes to an hour, really take a break, rest my hips, rest my feet, and it's another like 6 miles to Brockway. So I should be able to get there and camp. Even if I take it slow, if I go fast, then I should be able to get there and do a few extra miles. But yeah, it was brutal. That last ascent here, getting up to the lake, was brutal. And I think it's a combination of heat exhaustion, altitude sickness, yeah, and a little bit of and some dehydration, because I was just it was brutal. I had to take about 197 breaks just to, in any shade I could find, just to recover walking 10 to 15 feet. It was just terrible. So anyway, 13.5 miles from Tahoe City to Watson Lake, and hopefully not a lot of ascent or anything really hard to get to Brockway. Hey, so I spent just over an hour at spent just over an hour at Watson Lake, and got to talking as I usually do with some people, very nice people. It was awesome to have some company. Well, anyway, I was told that there's about a mile from here, there's a stream that runs across, and it's got really good water. Well, I didn't want to chance that. Who knows? This mountain biker, he came down where I was at, and he was eating lunch as well. And I asked him, he said, it was kind of more like a in-stream. It's kind of like a trickle. I thought, that ain't good. So I have 6.5 liters of water, so I can go camp and have water for tomorrow. So we'll see. Okay, so I was just walking down and I came across this. This is what they were talking about. Doesn't quite look as strong as what I was hearing. I mean, you could do this, but honestly, it's just best to get it at Watson. It's actually not scuzzy. It's not. I was looking at it, I was like, that's actually pretty decent water. So I've had worse. So no, if you're hiking from Tahoe City to Brockway, and you're gonna do like me, and after this, camp for the night and try to hit up or go from Brockway to Mount Rose, which I've heard several people say has no water. Like, you have to bring all of it to make that trip. You can get to Galena Falls, sure, but at that point you are at Mount Rose, so that's almost a 20-mile trip with no water. So anyway, my advice is fill up, bring everything you can that you're going to need from the fill up at Watson Lake, and then if you haven't stashed anything at Brockway, fill up as much as you can, because you're going to need it for the next 6 miles, and then for the next, I think it's like 20.2 from Brockway to Mount Rose Summit, if I'm not mistaken. You can always take off where Relay Peak is and that Relay Peak Road and go to Frog Pond, or otherwise known as Snow Pond. You could hit that too. And I cut it down a little bit, but still, it's a long way without water. So it looks like that little stream was really not worth it. So do yourself that favor, fill up at Watson Lake. Okay, so you can see there's been a bunch of cutting here. Sorry for the shakiness here. I saw this sign that said forestry operations ahead after I crossed a road which didn't have any trail markers or anything that said, I mean, it did for the trail, but nothing that said, hey, you know, here's how many miles to Brockway. And then I saw this white structure, and somebody's driven this container all the way out here. And there's this road and something back over there. Don't know what's going on other than they're just cutting, but anyway, nothing here, just a lot of wood chips, but that's it. Nothing exciting. If there is something that pops up, I'll let you know. All right, tree work ahead. Let's see what we see. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see it yet. There's a ton of forested trees stacked up. Here we go. Here's some equipment. About a mile or so, I don't know, from where they had the container. Okay, yeah, there you go. It's a good view of it. And let's see here. It's right here where we have Watson Lake. So it's a 3 mile mark. 3 miles from Watson Lake, 3 miles from Brockway. Okay. Trails down. Okay. All right, just so you know, there it is. Okay, so those last 3 miles were hard. And cache water, I saw that earlier. So there you are. There's the trailhead for Brockway. Yep. All right, so all done. All right, so that was it. Here's the parking with the road. That's all there is to it for Brockway, and the rest of the trail's up there. I'm gonna just climb up a little bit because it's an ascension now. I'm gonna take a good break and camp for the night, but 20 miles, so that's it. And there's no bathrooms here, so just gonna make do. Anyways, stay safe, have fun. Hopefully this was useful. Hopefully you guys got something out of this and you know what to expect on the trail. I'm gonna go up there, the next trailhead, take some much needed R&R, call it. Have a good one, everyone. Bye. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna be bedding down for the night, off trail up there. The Z-Pack's Duplex Camo. My first night out in the backcountry with it. It's not supposed to get too terribly cold, but I did, want to try the Thermarest Uberlight in my lightened equipment 10 degree Enigma with the closed toe box. So I think it's gonna get pretty nice. Won't be too cold. I've got everything staked out. The vestibules are nice. I've got my water. I'm just too exhausted to cook dinner. So I've got my food put away and I'm just gonna hang out, relax, see how this holds up tonight. But here's the Z-Pack's Duplex, the little camo version. So, and this is actually kind of like hard terrain to stake it in because it's so just junky. It's just full of rocks and the gravel or the dirt is loose. It's just really not good to stake in. But this is home for the night. I've hiked over 21 miles and I'm just a bit exhausted. So I'm gonna filter some water, hang out, change into some camp clothes, and probably call it a night and see how this holds up. I'm not gonna get rain tonight, so I should be able to, oh, there's a guy in there. I should be able to get, leave the windows open and not have condensation. So let's see how this first night in the duplex goes.